I really want people to feel like they're coming home. Well, you know, we were closed for about 17 months, and so it feels great to be back. Because what we do is run restaurants. We don't build them. We run them. We love to serve guests, make people happy, and so everyone's very excited to be open. Well, my objective in this whole process was to keep the tradition going and to keep a Brennan involved. And so, yes, I think it was important to have the name on the building because they're synonymous. Everyone, when you think of Brennan's, you think of this pink building and the courtyard and all the other rooms that we have here. And that's why we worked very hard to try to get the name and to get the building and to keep them together. Well, I actually have my daughter and my son working here. My son's in the kitchen. My daughter is in the dining room. And I think it is important to have them here. Plus, it's a great learning experience for them. I've told them, I said, this is like graduate school because they helped me through the whole building process and I gave them little projects to work on. So you don't get this opportunity very often, and I wanted them to have that experience. But it is important because not only my daughter Catherine, but the other managers that we have here and my partner Terry White all recognize the guests. And what we really want to do is be a very guest-friendly restaurant, recognize local people, and make sure that they have a great experience. They feel like they're coming home. And that's where Catherine and Richard and the rest of the team all fit in. Well, when we first came into the restaurant, we really thought that we might be able to just do a little quick renovation and open up. But after a few days of looking at the restaurant, thinking about what we wanted to do, we realized that it had to be a complete renovation. And that's when we assembled a team to help us. John Williams, a local architect, helped us. We brought in a designer from New York, a friend of my partner Terry's. His name is Keith Langham, and he helped with the interior design. And then we put together a construction team with Landis Construction and the whole group. So we really, it's almost like we designed as we went, because as we started to do things, we found something else we had to do, and then after we found that, we found something more, because this building's old and it really needed some TLC, and we tried to give it that TLC, and as a result, it took a long time to get it done. Terry and I really hadn't worked together before. We knew each other, and my wife actually went to nursery school with Terry. So we've known each other for a long time. We have children the same age, but you know, Terry really hasn't been in the restaurant business before. This is his first venture here. So, you know, we just decided that, you know, he was very interested in the project and I was, and it would be better to do it as a team. We agreed to do that, and we've worked very closely through the whole process. And I think we've gotten along great. The things that make a great restaurant great, I believe, are the people. You certainly need to have very good food, but people have to prepare that food. You know, you need a great ambiance. That's always nice. But it's the way people are treated, from the minute that they call for a reservation to the minute that they're greeted in the restaurant till they're seated, and how the servers take care of them. We're really in a people business, and it's all about people. It's about the way we treat our staff, because that goes through to the customer. It's the way our staff's trained and how they take care of the customer, and we like for their own personalities to come through. But it's not complicated. The challenge is doing it every day, every meal period, every customer. And it just takes great people and great training, great supervision, and just let it go. It was very emotional on opening day. I thought about my parents who aren't here. My aunts who came in a few days before were here. But it was very emotional because it was a place I grew up in. I played here as a child. I worked here in high school and college. And you know, to put the name back on after we took it off a year and a half ago, and some of the angst that people went through when we took it off, to put it back on was very, very special, to know that we'd opened the restaurant. And more importantly, for me, it was the tradition, that the tradition was going to continue, because this place is synonymous with my family, and many, many people worked long hours building that tradition, and I'm just excited to be able to keep it going. I'd like people to know that first, Brennan's is back, that it is as beautiful as it used to be, and we've done an extensive renovation. We have some exciting food, but more importantly, I want them to know it's the place of hospitality that it was when I grew up here. And I really want people to feel like they're coming home. That's what I really want. I really want to focus on our local customers, because they're become our friends over time, and I'd like them to come back and come back and come back. And the only way you do that is by treating them like they're coming into our home, and that's the way I feel, and I'm sure Terry feels the same way, that this is our home and we want to welcome our guests in.
What is your favorite food to eat, and can you get it at one of your restaurants?
My favorite food is a cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate shake. And no, you can't get all three at any one of the restaurants. We do have burgers in most of the restaurants. We do have fries, but the chocolate shake is difficult.